Hidden in a quiet corner of Trastevere, behind a door most tourists never open, lies one of Rome's most astonishing medieval masterpieces, a fresco so extraordinary that it changed the course of Italian painting, and yet almost no visitor ever sees it. Today, I'll take you inside the Basilica of Santa Cecilia to reveal Pietro Cavallini's Last Judgement, a breathtaking fresco rediscovered only a century ago, and now considered one of the greatest hidden gems in Rome. We're in Santa Cecilia in Trastevere, a basilica built over the home of Saint Cecilia, the patron saint of music, who was martyred for her faith. The church you see today dates back to the 9th century, but its greatest treasure isn't inside the main basilica, it's hidden above it, in a quiet choir built in 1527 for Benedictine nuns. This is where you'll find Cavallini's Last Judgement, a fresco almost 14 meters long, painted around 1293, covered by wooden choir stalls in 1527, and rediscovered during restoration work in 1900. To reach the choir, step outside, after visiting the church, and turn to the right. Climb the stairs and ring the bell at the doorway of the Benedictine monastery. Pay a small fee and take the elevator to the hidden choir above the entrance. When the doors open, you're standing just a few feet from one of the most remarkable frescoes in Rome. The fresco was painted by Pietro Cavallini, one of the most important artists in medieval Rome. He decorated major churches with both frescoes and mosaics, including Santa Maria in Trastevere. But during the Counter-Reformation in the 16th century, many of his works were covered or destroyed during renovations. As a result, Cavallini slowly slipped out of art history until the rediscovery of this fresco changed everything. Cavallini was a contemporary of Giotto, not his student, as is sometimes stated. He developed a new realism shaped by the classical heritage of Rome. This fresco is the clearest display of his genius. Stepping into the nuns' choir, the entire Last Judgement appears in front of you. This monumental fresco was placed above the entrance and was meant to be seen while exiting the basilica, a powerful reminder of the final judgment. Even though the upper and lower parts are missing, what remains is remarkably well preserved, and the impact on the viewer is immediate. At the center sits Christ, enthroned, calm yet majestic. He's framed by a radiant purple mandorla and wears a deep blue robe with a red cloak. His wounds are visible, hands, feet, and side, reminding the viewer of his sacrifice. He is surrounded by 8 angels, their wings glowing with colorful shades of red, blue, and yellow. To Christ's right stands his mother Mary, her cloak painted with sweeping folds that anticipate Renaissance naturalism. To his left is John the Baptist, not the stylized Byzantine ascetic, but a real human figure modeled straight from life. Cavallini paints him with the face of a man who has known hunger and hardship, yet has unwavering faith. These two figures help lead the faithful toward salvation. Flanking Mary and John are the 12 apostles, seated on a wooden seat with their name written beneath. Cavallini breaks completely with earlier traditions and experiments with natural light, volume, and shadows. The apostles almost appear to be sitting in council like ancient wise men in the Roman Senate. Each apostle has a unique face, with gestures that feel real and natural, not symbolic. Their bodies have volume and weight, created by the use of light and shadow in their clothes. This attention to individuality and realism foreshadows Renaissance art emerging almost a century later. Below Christ is an altar with the instruments of the Passion: the nails, spear, cross, sponge, and jar of vinegar. Flanking it are angels blowing long trumpets, announcing Judgment Day. On the right of the altar are 3 groups of the blessed, guided by angels, including Saint Stephen and Lawrence in bright red tunics. On the left are the damned, depicted with expressive, contorted gestures, though much of this area is damaged. The side walls preserve fragments from scenes of the Old and New Testament. On the left wall, you can see a huge armored figure, possibly Saint Christopher, and a fragment of the Annunciation with the heads of Mary and the angel. On the right wall, you can see remains of the scene of Jacob's dream, as well as Jacob deceiving Isaac. Even where the frescoes are broken or incomplete, Cavallini's style is unmistakable. Soft light, rounded drapery, warm colors, and a clarity of space that was at least a century ahead of its time. Cavallini's work represents a turning point in Western art. His figures have weight, volume, and emotion. His colors glow from within. His compositions breathe. Some scholars argue that Cavallini, not Giotto, was the first artist to revive naturalism and set the stage for the Renaissance. Whether or not that's true, one thing is certain. Standing in front of this fresco feels like witnessing the birth of a new artistic age. So if you're exploring Rome and want to experience something truly special, make time for Cavallini's Last Judgement in Trastevere. It's easy to miss, but impossible to forget once seen. And just a short walk away, inside the Basilica of Santa Maria in Trastevere, you can also see Cavallini's mosaics of the life of the Virgin, another masterpiece glowing beneath the apse. If you enjoyed discovering this hidden gem of Rome, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more secrets of the Eternal City.